As part of National Groundwater Awareness Week, we wanted to tell you about an important water feature in our own backyard. The Antioch Cave forms in the bottom of Onion Creek, and it contributes to the Barton Springs segment of the Edwards Aquifer.
Well, we're standing right above Antioch Cave.
Below this concrete vault in Onion Creek is a hidden treasure.
And that's a natural cave that formed in the bottom of Onion Creek, which is this nice creek we're looking at here.
Brian Smith with the Barton Springs Edwards Aquifer Conservation District says about 20 years ago they realized the significance of the cave. It's located off of Coal Springs Road on land owned by the Conservation District.
So under natural conditions, water's flowing down the creek and heading on down to the Colorado River, but some of that water actually goes in the cave. And that cave, the water, once it gets in the cave, it's contributing to the Barton Springs segment of the Edwards Aquifer. And eventually that water, if it's not being pumped out by users, it's making its way to Barton Springs. And so this all ties in to all these things going on around us. From the quarry right next door, they use Edwards water. Houses just down the street from here, they're using Edwards water in the city of Buda.
Blake Neffendorf is the city's water resource coordinator.
Approximately half of the water produced for consumption by the city of Buda comes from the Edwards Aquifer. The Edwards Aquifer is a karst aquifer that recharges from precipitation that flows into streams like Onion Creek and percolates down in the aquifer via cracks, fissures, sinkholes, and caves. This makes the Edwards Aquifer particularly prone to pollutants and contaminants from entering the aquifer.
That's why it was important to improve the quality and amount of water making its way into the aquifer from the Antioch Cave. In 1997, the initial vault was constructed to do just that.
So this vault was designed by an engineer we hired to allow the water to be kept out at times of storm floods. So when that water is just coming down brown and ugly looking, carrying sediment and other contaminants, that water just goes on by because we close these valves. And now they're set so they automatically close under those conditions. And within a day or two, that water is much better quality. The valve naturally opens, and then we get the good quality water like we're seeing now. This is just great water.
This is a picture of a dry Onion Creek, and you can see the vault more clearly here. Check out this photo taken from inside the Antioch Cave.
This is a real important feature, and what we're doing here with this is improving on what the conditions were, maybe getting back to the conditions before people were living out here and causing the runoff from all the highways and ranches and subdivisions.
Several of the city's wells are located within 1 to 2 miles of this unique feature, which is why we ask all citizens to be mindful of the pollutants and chemicals that they use around their home. We ask them to use best management practices and not over-fertilize their lawn, and be mindful of fertilizer that spills out on the sidewalks or out onto the streets, because this can end up directly into our drinking water supply.